What's going on, everybody? Joseph Hadid here for Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your news, your local community. Good morning, sports family. Thank you for tuning in to Worldwide Sport Updates. This is your host, Joseph Hadid. It is Friday, May 31st. The end of May closes out, and we open the doors for the month of June, starting tomorrow. Yes, May 31st, Friday, 2024, TGIF. Ready for this upcoming weekend. Hopefully everybody had a great work week. Ready for this weekend, of course, as it looms in. And thank you for interacting with us. This is Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your sports, your news, your local community. Your host, Joseph Hadid, here to give you the daily sports updates throughout the weekly basis. And we're here to give them to you, ladies and gentlemen, as you listen to our podcast. Search us by WWSUP by Joey on YouTube.com. And interacting on our podcast, commenting, subscribing, sharing it out, letting everybody know what Worldwide Sport Updates is all about, to being committed, dedicated, to giving you the full sports updates on a weekly basis. All right, let's start off with some NBA news, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, the Western Conference Finals are over. We have a NBA Finals matchup. It'll be the Dallas Mavericks versus the Boston Celtics. 6 days out. Starts June 6th, 2024. Get your popcorn ready. It's going to be a good one. All right, let's start off with some NBA news. Kristaps Porzingis injury update. Celtics star pledges to return to the lineup soon as the NBA Finals approach. The Boston Celtics have been without star big man Kristaps Porzingis since Game 4 of the first round series against the Miami Heat. But unfortunately for the Eastern Conference champs, he appears confident that he will return to the fold soon. On Wednesday, Porzingis posted a tweet in his native Lebanon that translated to, in quotes, "Thank you to everyone who supports and sympathizes throughout the season. I'll be back in line soon. End quotes, see you in the finals." He closed the tweet by indicating that he also plans to play for the Lebanon national team in this summer's Olympic qualifying tournament. Porzingis, who has dealt with injury issues throughout his career, played in 57 games for the Celtics this season. He suffered a strained soleus, one of the two calf muscles, during that first round win over the Heat. He has been sidelined ever since, with reports at the time indicating a possible return during the Eastern Conference Finals that never materialized. The NBA Finals will begin on Thursday, June 6th, regardless of who wins the Western Conference Finals. So Porzingis still has more than a week to recover. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla said Thursday that he did not know of any setbacks in Porzingis' recovery. He's progressing well and working really hard to get back. All right, so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, yes, the matchup for the NBA Finals has been determined. It will be Boston Celtics versus the Dallas Mavericks on Thursday, June 6th of the NBA Finals. All right, let's shift over to some NHL hockey news. Tocchet wins the Jack Adams Award as Coach of the Year. Rick Tocchet won the Jack Adams Award this past week on Wednesday. The award is presented annually to the top coach in the NHL as voted on by the National Broadcasters Association. In his first full season, Tocchet guided the Vancouver Canucks 23-9 to first place in the Pacific Division for their first division title since 2013, and an improvement of 12 wins and 26 points from 2022-2023 season. Vancouver was 6th in goals per game, 3.40, and tied for 5th with the Boston Bruins in goals allowed per game, 2.70 that is. up from 13th in goals per game, 3.29, and 25th in goals against per game, 3.61 last season. The penalty kill was tied with the St. Louis Blues for 17th, 79.1%, after it ranked last, 71.6% in 2022-2023. In quotes, it's an organizational award, Tocchet said on ESPN's The Point after being announced as the winner. In quotes, I mean, I had a lot of help. My staff was incredible. Obviously, the Lucanea family, the president of hockey operations, Jim Rutherford, and general manager Patrick Alvin, the management team and their staff. Walking into this, I had a lot of help. A lot of buy-in from the players right from day one. They believed in the staff, and we believed in them. All right. Let's shift over to some NFL news. Chiefs Harrison Butker may be removed from kickoffs due to he may be removed from returning kickoffs due to the NFL rules. Let's get right to it. The Kansas City Chiefs are considering taking kicker Harrison Butker off kickoff duties for the upcoming season, but the decision has nothing to do with his recent controversial remarks during a commencement speech that made national headlines. The new rules implemented in March dictate that any ball kicked into the landing zone from the goal line to the 20-yard line must be returned. No more fair catches. Balls that bounce from the landing zone into the end zone must either be returned or downed for a touchback. Creating more action with actual returns could increasingly put kickers in a position where they have to tackle during a kickoff return. As Chiefs special teams coach Dave Toub explained while speaking to reporters at OTAs on Thursday, their strategy will be to get the ball on the ground away from the opponent's kick returner, allowing defenders to pursue before someone picks up the ball. Under those circumstances, Toub doesn't want Butker frequently having to make tackles throughout the season. Fortunately for the Chiefs, they're already set up to address the situation with safety Justin Reed as the emergency kicker. Alright, more NFL news to follow. NFL chooses Chicago Bears as the next HBO Hard Knocks team. If there wasn't a big enough spotlight on the Chicago Bears already heading into the 2024 NFL season, HBO's cameras will be heading to the Bears training camp after they were chosen as the next Hard Knocks squad. NFL and NFL Films chose the New York Jets last season as their hype train was in full force with Aaron Rodgers joining the squad via a trade. The Bears are in a similar situation this season after general manager Ryan Poles made the obvious choice of Caleb Williams at number 1 overall to start a new era at quarterback. Alright, let's shift over to some Major League Baseball news. Mets. The New York Mets, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, Jorge López has put himself in hot water. The New York Mets have designated the assignment from reliever Jorge López after ejection and a glove toss into the crowd. Even by the New York Mets standards, this year's team is hitting some significant lows. On Wednesday, those lows were most visible through the Mets reliever Jorge and exited into the clubhouse, leaving his team to bring Josh Walker in for a mid-at-bat replacement. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for this week. I will see you on next Friday's recorded podcast as we prepare for the NBA Finals. And hopefully by then we prepare for the Stanley Cup. As we close out the NBA season and the NHL hockey season. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for this week. I will see you on next Friday's recorded podcast. Till then, hit the like button, subscribe, share it out, let everybody know what Worldwide Sport Updates is all about. Your podcast, your sports, your news, your local community. This is Joseph Hadid. Have yourself a great weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Take care of each other, sports family.